Yeah, so they say opportunity doesn't knock twice. And, that's true in most cases. But for Dylan Cook, someone that has come on and been a godsend, opportunity knocked twice for him. Just a quick background. He was undrafted in the 2022 draft. He went undrafted in the 2022 draft by and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers picked him up. They ultimately waived him and they put him on their practice squad. Um, the following year, they didn't bring him back. Pittsburgh picked him up, and ultimately they waived him in the 2024 season. But they brought him back, put him on the practice squad. He went through some kind of weird injury, and so they brought him back again this year, and he was on the practice squad. So when Broderick got hurt, they just called him up. So this is an interview. Um, this is an interview, and I just wanted to do this video, a reaction video, to show Dylan Cook. You know what I'm saying, to highlight Dylan Cook. Like I like highlighting all players, not just the superstars. But right now, he is 1,000% becoming a superstar. So yeah, let's get right into it.
You gave a lot of your credit for your success last week to Isaac. He wasn't next to you. You gonna say talk about other guys?
Yeah, Andrews, Pete, Spence, Frage.
Oh, and Andrews Pete started. So when Broderick got hurt, Andrews Pete started the Baltimore game, and then he got hurt in the Baltimore game, and then Cook had to come in behind Andrews Pete. Bro, when I tell you we dug deep, you know what I'm saying? Like, and honestly, when Broderick got hurt, it's like some kind of weird neck injury. Man, I was scared. I was scared because I was like, bro, I don't even know if the guys behind him got significant playing time. Now, I think they brought Pete in. Pete wasn't there through camp and none of that, but not to my knowledge. If I'm wrong, correct me, please. But yeah, man, Dylan Cook, man, he is cooking. And like a lot of people asking, who's this Cook dude? This him right here.
Loud environment, so the communication had to be on point. It didn't matter who was next to me; they were talking all game.
What's helping this?
And like real quick, my offensive lineman coach in high school, he always said communication is the key to a happy family. And you hear him highlight off top communication. Offensive linemen have to communicate. They have to call out what they see. Hey, it looked like he coming my way. I might need help. You gotta say that. If you don't say that, all right, I'm gonna shift my focus to the next available person that I might think might need my help. But if you say, hey yo, hey, I need you. You know what I'm saying? That's just the communication aspect of playing offensive lineman. And defensive linemen gotta communicate too, but it's a little bit different. Offensive linemen, everyone has to work together as a unit to create a pocket. Defensive linemen, you just need one guy to be successful. You need one guy to be successful on the play, and it looks like the whole defensive line did great. You know what I mean? So yeah, let's get back into it. My bad.
This line gel together at this point in the season with all the.
Loud environment, so the communication had to be on point. It didn't matter who was next to me; they were talking all game.
What's helping this line gel together at this point in the season with all the injuries? You guys moving things around, and now things are starting to click.
We actually like each other. Like we hang out outside the building. Like chemistry, can't say enough about the chemistry. We're all cool.
What does Pat Meyer do to help you?
That's
guys
real.
as a unit?
He brings us together. He's definitely a great offensive line coach. He knows what he's talking about. Super reliable source for information, obviously. Otherwise, he wouldn't have the job, right?
So like that's interesting. He's giving credit to Pat Meyer too, because a lot of people was calling for Pat Meyer. A lot of people was calling for Pat Meyer's job, bro. Like, and it all stemmed from Broderick. Like, why haven't we been able to develop this guy? Why hasn't Broderick been able to, they drafted him. He was a first round draft pick. Well, Dylan Cook would have been drafted in the 2022 draft, but he went undrafted. Broderick Jones was a first round draft pick in the 2023 draft. And, so it's like, bro, like, why hasn't Broderick developed to the point where we have confidence in him the same way we have confidence in Cook? Because like right now, it looked like Cook is our starting left tackle. That's just what it is. Cook is our starting left tackle. I love Broderick. I got his jersey, all that, because he was a first-round draft pick. I thought he was gonna be like a Max Starks for us or something like that. But it just has not worked out. And I think Broderick, he might be a great swing tackle. I still think there's value for Broderick, but to be the guy on the left tackle, Slim, I think it's Cook. I think we got our guy. Unconventionally as it may be, we got our guy.
So he definitely just brings us together and gets us working, in duos, gets us working as an offensive line, as a unit. So, major credit to him.
And you guys are, last night after the game, the Ravens lose to the Patriots. Is that something that's on you guys' radar? Because that loss means that either a loss for them next week or a win for you guys next week clinches the division.
It's Cleveland Browns Sunday. That's it.
Respect. And wherever that may come from, it could come from Coach Tomlin. You know what I'm saying? He has to get credit for that too, because the guys are focused. They're ready. They know what's at hand. We ain't worried about nobody else. Like I said a couple reaction videos ago, I would love for us to just win our games. We don't gotta worry about nobody losing. This was like Thanksgiving week when the Ravens lost to the Bengals. I was like, bro, all we gotta do is win our games. I don't care about nobody else. I don't care what nobody else doing. Win our games, we control our destiny.
You talked a little bit about last week about how you wanted to improve your run blocking. And obviously the results showed how much of there was an emphasis on that on your end, and how much did you feel like that putting an emphasis on that maybe paid off?
I mean, it's hard to say. We preached finish all week and just finishing and playing on their sideline of scrimmage and beating their linebackers and all that. So Coach Tomlin called them a bully group, so we kind of took it upon ourselves to make sure we were the bullies. And we just had that mentality going in the game.
I like that a lot, because one of the main complaints for Broderick Jones was the fact that he did not finish his blocks. He would hold his block for like 2-3 seconds, if that, and then he would just kind of like stop blocking. And it's like, nah, bro, you got to hold that block. Run blocking, Broderick did good when he got help over there, when they started doing like jumbo packages and putting Spencer Anderson on his side or Darnell Washington on his side. He needed help. He needed help, but he was still, with the help, they was able to get it done. With or without help, Dylan Cook is getting it done, ladies and gentlemen. Like, he's our guy, man. He is our guy. Man, and I was one of the ones saying, draft, man, first round, we need to get an offensive lineman. We need to get a left tackle specifically. But now it's like, did we just stumble upon Alexander Villanueva? Did we just stumble upon a gem? I think we did. And Omar Khan, he's been getting all this criticism, bro. Hey, man, this is the best roster the Steelers have had in probably since like 2017, 2018. It's been a minute. So,
how did Coach Tomlin, how has his coaching staff helped you guys keep your heads through all the ups and downs this year? Coach Tomlin uses a lot of continuity when we talk to him.
They give us a bunch of confidence. A bad play could happen on, third down, for instance, and we come to the sideline and no one's panicking. Not a single person on the sideline's panicking. They're just, hey, next play. So they instill confidence in us, and they keep our heads up, keep our chins up throughout the entire game, no matter what goes on.
You guys were 6-6 a few weeks ago. You're on a roll here. How much of that is just kind of riding that momentum and, like you said, focusing week to week, but taking advantage of the momentum that you have going?
That's a good question.
That is a good question.
Just, brilliance in the basics, as Arthur says. Focusing on the details. Keeping momentum, like you said, keeping momentum going on the ground. Keeping Aaron up. And, if we keep him up, he'll dice him apart.
Gotta keep 8 up, baby. Let's go.
Shout out Troy, man. Troy played a heck of a game.
Hold up real quick.
Ground.
I just want to say, dog, this is incredible because he's now giving credit to all, like, 3 coaches that directly affect him. He's giving credit to Coach Tomlin. He's giving credit to Arthur Smith. And he's giving credit to Pat Meyer. that's significant. That's significant. You know, we're outside the building looking in. And you know, a lot of times the criticism is drawn because we don't see the results. But man, I see the results, baby. Like, just keep it going. Just keep it going. I mean, honestly, man, if these guys can continue to play effectively and do their jobs, man, like, I have no problem with bringing everybody back. But it has to look like this. It can't be that other stuff. When we lost 5 of like, we lost 4 or 5 games or something like that. We went 2 and 5 at some point in the stretch, because we was 4-1 and then we ended up being 6-6. So we won 2 games, but we lost 5. So we won 2 of 7, right? And now out of nowhere we won 3 in a row. Like, if they can be competitive and they can make it look like this, I have no problem with bringing everybody back. Real talk. I'm saying that right here, right now. But it's when it start looking like that other stuff, that's when I have a problem with it.
Keeping Aaron up, and you know, if we keep him up, he'll dice him apart no matter who we play. Shout out Troy, man. Troy played a heck of a game. Aiden Hutchinson.
That's
Troy's
love.
good, man. Oh my goodness.
That's love, yo. That's love, yo. He got the shine on him, but he trying to show love to his guy. That's love, yo. Yeah, so dope little interview. You know, I don't want to say I'm introducing Dylan Cook to the world, but you know what I'm saying, I'm introducing Dylan Cook to my audience. And you know, I got nothing but love for Cook, man. I got nothing love for Broderick too. You know, sometimes, man, it just don't work out. But I think Broderick is still important. I think Broderick still has enough talent to be effective and helpful, you know, when we might need him to be. He's just not our left tackle. And, you know, if someone gets hurt and Broderick has to step in, you know, hopefully, you know, iron sharpens iron. And, man, he gets better. But right now, Dylan Cook is the guy. And, yeah. So that's it for right now. I'm going to holler at y'all on the next one. Y'all stay up, y'all stay blessed, and stay booming. Peace. Booming!